Hello, fans of personality type. Welcome to my video, Innovating with Extraverted Intuition. I'm Paul Sacco. The goal of extraverted intuition is to create new ideas for solving tangible problems using tangible things. Whoever was the first person to think of repurposing a tire as a swing was trying to solve either one of two problems. Either the problem was, what could I possibly do with these old tires? Or what might I be able to use to make a swing? When we innovate, we use extraverted intuition to put two or more tangible things together to create something new. For example, the tire swing would not be possible without a tire, a rope, and a tree. Steve Jobs had the goal of making a portable device that could store and play thousands of songs. To make the iPod, Apple had to combine new technologies, including a new 2-inch hard drive made by Sony. The great thing about extraverted intuition is that it can solve our everyday problems while having the ability to move the world forward through innovation. Nobody is better known for their use of extraverted intuition than the legendary Steve Jobs, the creator of Apple, currently the most valuable company in the world. Extraverted intuition is the dominant function of the ENTP and the ENFP. And it's the auxiliary function of the INTP and the INFP. Extraverted intuition is what we are attempting to tap into when we brainstorm. Of course, those having this cognitive function in their personality type are best at brainstorming, and they enjoy brainstorming with others. Extraverted intuition can also be used alone. In the TV series MacGyver, our hero saves the day by putting together things found in his surroundings to create some device that will get him out of whatever jam he finds himself in. So let's now look at the bad things about overusing extraverted intuition. Those with dominant extraverted intuition in their type may be so into its use that all they want to do is come up with ideas, and they can lose touch with the practical sensing issues in their lives. The volume of their ideas quickly outstrips their ability and the ability of their businesses to evaluate and implement. When overused, that most of these ideas have little or no value is beyond the consideration of the extraverted intuitive. Steve Jobs is no doubt the greatest innovator of all time. Yet he was fired from Apple in 1985 after its board was convinced that he wasted company's resources working on expensive projects that did not have much potential. With suppressed introverted sensing, those with dominant extroverted intuition don't want to handle routine tasks and shun conventional ways of doing things, including rules and procedures. When confronted with this, they may make up excuses or use vague language. They may also try to change the subject or use humor to move past people. Another potential problem with those who have extroverted intuition in their type is that they might spend too little time explaining their innovation to others while assuming that they are understood. Then they will berate and mock others for not delivering what they expected. Steve Jobs was well known for doing this. By deciding on unconventional cancer treatments, Steve Jobs may have overplayed his extroverted intuition. As noted in the Forbes article, Jobs' magical thinking may have defined his business brilliance, but it could have been his downfall in his fight against cancer. Magical thinking is when we believe that we can will something to happen. In effect, magical thinking is believing that a possibility is a reality. With inferior extroverted intuition, the dark side of this function might be deployed by the ISTJ or the ISFJ when their preferred functions fail to find a way to achieve a goal. When accessed, these types can mistakenly imagine that others have ill will towards them or are playing head games with them. They can feel isolated, taken for granted, and invisible. The types having the greatest difficulty consciously accessing their extroverted intuition are the ESFP and the ESTP. When exposed to ideas created with extroverted intuition, the ESFP and the ESTP will likely assign some evil intent to the creator. Mistrusting ideas created with extroverted intuition, the ISTP and ISFP might use their own extroverted intuition in an attempt to block an idea created with extroverted intuition by creating damned if you do, damned if you don't scenarios concerning the idea. The cognitive functions associated with each personality type reflect our preferences. When extroverted intuition is not a preference of our type, we might need to learn to use it effectively and positively. Sensing types might struggle to use extroverted intuition. Once I was in a meeting in which we were asked to create different uses for a brick. An ISTJ responded that a brick is a brick. It only has one use. In a brainstorming session, you might hear solutions from this type based on what has worked in the past. Your people need to use extroverted intuition if they're going to brainstorm, innovate, and solve tangible problems. I can help any personality type learn to use this cognitive function in positive ways. Make an appointment with me by clicking in the link in the description below to discuss the capability development needs of your organization. I'm Paul Sacco from Profeta Lucro. Thank you for watching.